Hola. Buen cafe. Oh, good morning. Or it's morning when I'm doing this video. Sitting on the porch swing, watching the sunrise here in the east, as the porch faces east. And I want to ask y'all some questions, especially the UDS guys. But before I do that, let me tell you about a great deal I got. I was in the grocery store the other day buying a pork loin, and I'm going to stuff. It's got an upcoming video, or maybe it'll be a video that's posted before this one, I don't know. And as I was checking out, they had a cart with 2 of these Kingsford lumps. This one was open, the other one wasn't. I asked the manager how much they wanted for them. She says, how much you want to give? I said, don't ask me that, I'll say free. She says, well, I can't let you have them for free, but how about $4 a bag? I said, that's not bad. So I got 2 bags, a Kingsford lump. This one was open, but it looks like it was full. Maybe it's partially used, but she said she couldn't resell them for full price. So it's lump briquette, so you can't get better than that. You got the advantage of lump and the time control of briquette. So I'm gonna check these out on the stuffed pork loin. Stay tuned for that. $8 for both bags. All right, point of this video is, little history lesson. Back in 2005, Hurricane Rita left me with a bunch of oak wood. And at that time, I used to fry a lot of turkeys, but I liked smoked turkeys. I decided I'd build a fire pit smoker thing out of cinder blocks. It was big. It had a 4x4 sheet of expanded metal. Man, I could cook all kind of ribs on it. I could cook 6 turkeys at once on it, and it was with cinder blocks. Now, I moved 2 years ago, and I didn't move that monstrosity with me. I took it down, but didn't set it up here, and figured that when I got here in the house, I'd build me a UDS, and maybe eventually a barrel grill. Well, you know how things go. First year you move, things are kind of crazy, and there's been a lot of honeydew projects, and the work and stuff like that's gotten in the way. But now, about 2.5 years after moving, it's time to build an ugly drum smoker. I know when I had the pit set up and I would cook something for somebody, or turkeys or something, and they said, what'd you cook it on? It was kind of a pride to say, hey, I cooked it in something that's myself, that I built myself. And if you watch my channel a lot, you know that I'm not real big into fancy stuff, and I'm not in, I mean, there's a hardware store here in town, and when you walk in, they got a Kamado, one of those Kamado, I call them Komodos, one of those commodes, because it's made out of porcelain, Kamados, you know, right there in front. Thing costs more than my car. Seriously, it costs more than the car I drive, all right? I'm not into that. If that's your thing, getting the fanciest equipment, that's fine. I like a little bit more primitive cooking. So I'm gonna build me a UDS. I know where I'm gonna get the drum, and I'm probably gonna pick the drum up today. The expanded metal I have left over from the pit that I made years ago. I cooked on that thing from 2005 to 2014. The expanded metal I'm going to convert into my charcoal basket. So I've already got the charcoal basket expanded metal done. I think I have a few handles and stuff in my shed for some handles and things. Anyway, I think I've got most of this, and I'm going to get the drum for about $30. That's probably a little expensive for a used drum, but I know that I know that harmful chemicals weren't stored in it. It said it was plastic pellets, whatever that is. I suppose that's pieces of plastic for melting into shapes and stuff and molding plastic. I don't know what it is. That's what they said was in it. Anyway, I'm gonna get one of those drums either today or tomorrow. Probably won't have time to start this project till around the 4th of July, which is about a month away or so. But I'm gonna go ahead and get the stuff. And I've got the stuff for the charcoal basket, and that's half the battle right there. I've got the vents, my vent system on top. I've got narrowed down to 2 or 3 options, but I know that I'm going with one of those 3 options. My questions to you, for you that have ugly drum smokers. Intake down at the bottom. Should I do 4 intakes at 90 degrees apart? Or should I do 3 intakes at 120 degrees apart? I think since I'm mainly going to be smoking at low temperatures, 3 intakes is fine. I'm also not getting any younger, so bending over to adjust the intakes not what I'm interested in. I'm not interested in doing the magnet, so that's a very clever idea. I'm gonna use ball valves on the intakes. In the back intake, I'm probably just gonna have a cap on. I'm gonna have an upright where you put the elbow in it and the little tube comes up the side, and then you put the ball valve on the top, so you don't have to bend over to adjust the air. So my question is, for you guys that have UDSs, should I use 4 intakes at the bottom, 90 degrees apart, or is 3 intakes enough? If you built one with 3 intakes, do you wish you had had 4? If you built one with 4 intakes, do you wish you'd only put 3? Also, if you have the upright pipes on it, is 1 enough? Do you only use 1? Or if you have 2, do you use both of them? Do you open both of them up when you're cooking? Do you need to open both of them up when you're cooking? Because for the guys that have 2 and they say, oh, I only ever use one side of it, I don't use the others, then I'm only going to put an upright on one side. Save a few bucks by not buying another second pipe. Anyway, I'm going to be building an ugly drum smoker. There will be some videos on that process coming up later this summer. But time is right now. I've been planning this for years, all right? Big Lou Barbecue, please answer and comment about my questions on how many intakes, 4 or 3, 90 degrees or 3 at 120, and how many upright pipes, 1 or 2. If you've got 2, do you only use 1 when you're cooking? If so, I'm only going to put 1 on this thing. If you do have times when you're using 2 uprights, then I'm going to put 2 on it. All right, I think I've got everything else figured out in my mind. If you've built an ugly drum smoker, you know how planning goes in your head and how you got it all figured out and you can see it in your mind. I'm ready to build this thing. I know what color I want it. I even know what name I'm going to name it. And you know, because the ugly drum smoker guys, they all got names for the UDSs, all right? Anyway, Big Lou Barbecue, please comment and answer my questions. This thing went on too long. Okay, this is my tire rim grill. I like homemade stuff like this. I like to see grills on the internet and YouTube and stuff where people have used their brains more than their money. And anyway, it's got an 18-inch piece of expanded metal for the grill grate, but I think I've cooked the last time on this because I think this is going to be the bottom of my charcoal basket, because an Old Smoky 18-inch grill grate fits perfectly on it, but an Old Smoky is not going to work well for a charcoal pan because it's too big and charcoal, small pieces could fall through there too easy. So this will be the bottom of my charcoal basket. Also, if I needed a grill on here, the bottom of a Weber kettle charcoal grate fits there too, but I'm not going to use this for the charcoal basket in the drum smoker because I need it for the kettle. Okay, this is back here behind my shed. Now, you city folks might think this is gross, but if you're from the country, you got some old shed with stuff stored behind it. All right, that right down there was one of the tops to my old cinder block thing. The cinder blocks are now used for a firewood place. This is the other top to it. It covers up the firewood, but I'm out of firewood because it's summertime. I'll have to get some more in the winter. All right, this was on the back of that cinder block deal. You can still see some of the stains from where I used to cook with these cinder blocks. Anyway, this is the expanded metal sheet, 4x4 piece of expanded metal sheet. All right, and I should be able to cut a 12-inch strip here and a 12-inch strip there, and be able to make me a charcoal basket out of it. There's a hole there because I mean I cooked for 9 years on this thing. A lot of ribs, a lot of turkeys were cooked on it. Anyway, I think I've got the stuff for the turkey basket. I mean, not the turkey basket, the charcoal basket, and the stuff for the grills. And I think I'm pretty much set for this, y'all. Big Lou Barbecue. As for grill grates, this is the grill grate from my Weber, and you see that right there? It's already broken. I just bought this thing 8 months ago and only used it 2 or 3 times a week. And that's already broken. So that's a good excuse to buy one for my Weber kettle with the flip up sides. That way I can use this one in the drum smoker without having to buy a new one for the drum smoker. Keep the cost of the drum smoker down. See, if I buy one with the flip up side, that's for the kettle, and this is just leftover, right? Okay, and in my Old Smoky, I keep 2 grills. I keep one which is cut out, so for low and slow stuff, and I keep one here for grilling, and that'll also fit in the drum smoker. And so I really don't even need to buy buy grills for the drum smoker. So I don't need to buy a charcoal basket. I don't need to buy grills. I think I'm set. Big Lou Barbecue. Okay, well here it is. Looks fairly clean. I haven't opened it yet, so I'm gonna get a ratchet, take the band out, ratchet and a wrench, take the band off, and have a look at the inside. There's one small dent right down there, but I think I can hammer that out. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's not a big dent, but anyway, looks good to me. Okay, got the band off. Pried it open a little bit, but I haven't looked inside it yet, so here's the big reveal. Let's see what it looks like. Oh yeah, that is beautiful and clean inside there. He said that there was no liner in it. He said they were just beautiful, clean, nothing but plastic pellets sold in it. So I don't think I'm gonna have a hard time burning this one, paint off or cleaning this one out. It's gonna make a nice drum. You can see where that dent I was talking about is a little easier right down there at the back. I think I can pull those out. Anyway, I want your advice. Should I use one upright or two? And thank you for watching Big Lou Barbecue.